Hey YouTube, how is it going? I wanted to take a quick look at the Threezero Game of Thrones Season 8 Jon Snow figure real quick today. I've been enjoying this figure in my collection for a few months now. I think I picked it up in March. And I mean, I've got some thoughts and things to say about it, and I thought I would. Now, first off, let's have a look at the accessories. You'll see that I don't have him really wearing any of his accessories right now. This is how I'm going to have Jon Snow displayed in my collection, because this is the closest to his Battle of the Bastards look that you can get with this figure. I might go in and I think the gambeson he wore was a darker blue, so maybe I'll try dyeing that with some fabric dye, see how that works. But I mean, that's to me the most iconic thing that Jon Snow did in this costume was the Battle of the Bastards. So this is how I'm going to have him. But he does come with a slew of good stuff, so we may as well have a look at all of it. Now, first of all, hands. He comes with 2 gripping hands, 2 relaxed hands. I usually just have 1 grip, 1 relaxed, because I can still get a double grip pose with the relaxed hand just fine. And 2 fist hands. That's gonna do it for hands, I believe. He comes with some cufflinks, so if you want to pose Jon Snow not in combat, you could. In fact, I'll just do it real quick for you. Get long claw off that relaxed hand. There. Popped right out. So, pop that hand off, slide his greave off, put the cufflink on, and put that hand right back on. I guess they'd be cuffs, not cufflinks, but you get the idea. Like I said, not how I'm going to display Jon Snow, so it doesn't really matter too much to me. So that does it for hands. As far as accessories go, here, I'm going to take his long claw off real quick. This is nice. Separates right there. Slides on and off pretty easily for the figure. So, come on, dude, stand. That's a custom stand, by the way. A friend of mine made it for me, just threw some grass texture down on a base so I could have a grass display stand. And I'm using it for Jon Snow. So he comes with his long claw. This is quite a big improvement on the last long claw we got from Threezero. This one looked dirty and rusted. Valyrian steel doesn't rust. And it also just had nothing for a fuller. It's just really dull. This one does have a fuller sculpted in. Not a lot of fine details, but it's also a cleaner blade, which is more accurate. The detail on the wolf at the bottom of the handle is pretty much the same, a bit more detail. Definitely cleaner paintwork on the new one, so it's all an improvement there. That's very good. Slide back real quick, Jon Snow. He comes with his northern collar, his Stark collar armor. There is a small piece to put over that to look like the cloth that covers it a bit. He has a new and improved sword belt. This is just sculpted rubber, but the details on it are much better, again, than the first Jon Snow we got. There's his scabbard for Longclaw. Looks pretty good. Same little dagger piece that he came with his Knight's Claw outfit. There's also a belt you can put on him that does not have any weapon accessories attached to it. So if Jon Snow's doing more managerial type stuff as King of the North, maybe you have him wearing this belt. And this is a leather or pleather material, unlike the sword belt. And finally, he comes with this absolutely regal looking Stark cloak. It looks really good, and I'm going to actually put all of the stuff on him on camera here. And, oh, he actually comes with one more thing. Let me grab it real quick. Here. And he comes with this obsidian dagger. I know it's not what they call it in the show, which he never really actually even used. So it's not really much of an accessory for him, but he comes with that too. So I bought a second set of armor here to build a Stark infantryman. So maybe I'll give him the obsidian dagger. Real quick, before I put all the outfit stuff on him, let's talk about the armor. Now, I owned the Cult King Jon Snow for a while. It was a great figure, but I think he even said that the Stark armor was such a big pain in the butt to make. He took him way longer than he originally thought that it would. So we didn't really know Threezero how they were going to make this armor. I assumed they were just going to do some textured rubber like they've done for some other of their floppy armors. But this coat of plates feels like leather, and it doesn't feel like a cheap pleather material that's going to start flaking, not anytime soon at least. It is covered on the other side here by a nice fabric material, and the quality of this piece is just awesome. The little tiny, I don't know, I guess they'd be bolts in real life to punch in the plates there, are a part of it, so they're not going to come flinging off as if they'd used little tiny metal dots and just glued them on there. And it's all actually held onto the body via these little leather straps that are poking up here that just slide through a buckle right there. So there's some here, 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 and on the other side there. This is great work by Threezero. They've always done pretty impressive outfit work. The outfits tend to look really good, but this might be one of their finest. So anyways, let's get Jon Snow all suited up for battle. So first things first, we are going to pop his head off there. That's pretty simple. There's Jon Snow's sculpt. It is a vast improvement on Threezero's first Jon Snow sculpt. It does the trick, and it definitely has its angles that look better than other angles. However, the NP sculpt looks a whole lot better, so I can't wait to get that one in. Pop this off of Jon Snow and put that improved sculpt on there. But until then, I can't complain too much. Head sculpts and factory paint have never really been Threezero's strong suit in terms of human characters. They do great robots and great outfits, but if this is what I got from Threezero, I'm happy with it, because it's one of their better attempts. It's not, a Tyrion Lannister, because they nailed his sculpt, I thought, the first time around, but it does the job. All right, now we are going to put his collar on. So I'm just going to slide that over the top of Jon right there. Let's bring him a bit closer. Make sure we have some good light on there. Slide that collar on. This little piece has a little indent that I can just slide onto the back there. Pop his head back on, and that's going to keep all that in place. There. Flare his arms out a little bit. Okay. Now for the cloak. I'm not sure which strap is supposed to go over the top of the other. That's such a minor detail, it's not important to me. But I do want to make sure that those dire wolves are showing. So I'll hold this with my thumb right here. Floof the whole, popped his head off. There. Floof the whole coat over his head. come around the back here and just slide this strip through the buckle like so, and then buckle it and slide it through. This is a bit of a quick rush job just to have him wearing his outfit on camera, because I do intend to take it right back off immediately and display him in more of the Battle of the Bastards look. But that really didn't do too bad. That's Jon Snow with his armor on. The belt, again, is also easy enough. Pick him up real quick. Just wrap it around the back. Make sure his dagger is where it's supposed to be. Slide that through. Come up underneath. Then pull it through. And voila. It is a very good look, and I really like the costume design in Game of Thrones, especially the Stark armor. And when Jon Snow's all done up like this, he looks great. The figure looks regal. King of the North Jon Snow, just an awesome, awesome look. And it's almost disappointing that's not how I'm going to have him displayed, but sometimes simpler is also better. But yeah, that outfit is a great, complex, well done outfit. There's a wire in the cloak to get a nice windswept look going through the cape. It looks good. The fur's all well done. I don't feel like that's going to come, not going to come peeling out easily. However, that is not how I'm going to have the figure displayed. So I'm going to take it all apart now real quick. All of that stuff comes off, and we're going to jump in to articulation. There. Off it comes. Now, I'll just leave the collar on for now. It's not hurting anything. Okay. So, even though the under gambeson is quite puffy, and it does feel like a pleathery material, so I'm not sure if that's going to hold dye, but that's beside the point. It's neither here nor there. That's something I'm going to do in the future. The arm will come up quite a lot, all the way up. It's puffy, but it gets out of the way quite well. Double jointed elbows, giving you all the range of motion you could want there. Swivels, it's all good stuff. Elbow or shoulder comes out to there. Your standard 6 scale wrist joint in there. The legs, Jon Snow can kick out quite a bit there. Double jointed knees. However, the boots will hinder you for a little while and keep you right about at 90. So what I did is I actually applied some pressure to the bottom of the shoe to keep the boot from popping off and forced it into a more, what's the word I'm looking for? Just forced it into a tighter pose basically for a while, constantly applying pressure to the boot. And now if I kick that out real quick, you can see how I kind of have this permanent little bend crease in the rubber of the boot back there. And that allows me to get much deeper poses with him. So that was a really quick fix. Didn't have to heat anything up, use any hot water. Just, just forced it, held it in place, and it took the shape that I wanted. And his ankles. His ankles are not quite your standard. As you can see there, the ball is actually just fused to the very bottom of the shin. So it's not a double ball joint like we are so used to in this hobby with 6 scale bodies. But pop that boot back on real quick. There. It gives you a fine range of motion with that single ball joint. Nothing spectacular, but it's nothing. It's not any less than I need. So that's good. And that pretty much does it for your Threezero Jon Snow. if you do not have a Jon Snow and you want the character because you're a fan of A Song of Ice and Fire or you're a fan of the TV show, I can absolutely recommend getting this figure, especially at the prices it is right now. I got this for $180. I think the next day I saw it for $160, and great value at that price point. Like I said, if you want to make the best version you possibly can, that second wave of that NP sculpt is going to start coming out, hopefully eventually. And that's going to be a huge improvement to the figure. But, I mean, just for the quality of the outfit alone, this is such a worthy addition to your collection. What Threezero's done with that coat of plates, and the under Gambison is all right too. It's just good quality stuff that I did not expect to get from this company at this time. And Jon Snow's kind of the main protagonist of the series, and the Battle of the Bastards was definitely a high point from the series, so you can get that version of him more or less in your collection with this figure. And that's what I wanted to do. Now, I know he's basically the main. I just said, don't charge at me in the comments. In the TV show, yes, they sort of made Jon Snow the go-to good guy, main character, protagonist to follow towards the end there. I'm a huge fan of Jaime Lannister. That's my favorite character, books and TV show. So that's my personal opinion. I was just speaking of what they did in the show there. But anyways, yeah, that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have anything to say about the piece or just want to get a dialogue going, feel free to drop me a beat in the comments. I'd love to chat with you all about it. I think it's great quality work for Threezero, from Threezero, at a really good price point. So enjoy. Let me know if you've picked it up or if you are planning on picking it up. All right. Stay safe, stay healthy, and happy collecting. Bye-bye.